Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, Nnamdi Kanu weighs in on the Orji Kalu saga. So now let's hear what he has to say. Nnamdi Kanu reacts as Supreme Court dismisses Orji Kalu's conviction, makes fresh demand from Buhari. So that's Nnamdi Kanu's headline. Again, Nnamdi Kanu reacts as Supreme Court dismisses Orji Kalu's conviction, makes fresh demand of Buhari. So now let's see what the Alpha One of the Igbo race has to say. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, has reacted to the victory of former Abia State Governor Orji Kalu at the Supreme Court. Kanu thanked God for the court ruling which went in favor of the senator representing Abia North at the National Assembly and warned President Muhammadu Buhari against jailing Christians and Southerners. So this is the direction now that Nnamdi Kanu is taking with this particular matter. He urged the current administration to release other victims of the alleged lopsided prosecution until all stolen monies by the alleged cabal at the presidency is accounted for, starting from the nearly 14 billion Aso Rock clinic looted from 2015 till date. The IPOB leader also called for the release of Joshua Dariye, Jolly Inyem, James Bala, Ngi Larry, and others, all of whom are in different correctional centers in the country, adding that there should be an end to selective prosecution. We have set Orji Kalu free today, and whilst all reasonable Igbo people are happy, I am also looking forward to hearing the same of Olisa Metu soon. There are other victims of this lopsided prosecution. They are incarcerated and must, and that must is in our capital letters, you know, Nnamdi Kanu likes to shout a lot, and must be released until all the stolen money by this cabal is accounted for, starting from the nearly 14 billion naira Aso Rock clinic they looted from 2015 till date. I am calling for an end to selective prosecution and the immediate release of the following people: Joshua Dariye, Jolly Inyeme, James Bala, Ngalari. I'm not sure if that's one name, but those are the names as listed. Until such a time that Nigeria is serious about prosecuting all looters, nobody should be in prison. You cannot be jailing Christians from the Middle Belt and South in the name of fighting corruption, whilst Fulani arch-looters are jostling for who will be the next chief of staff and effect the de facto president. Such injustice is what we are against, not your fight against corruption. The Supreme Court on Friday nullified the conviction of former Governor of Abia State Orji Kalu. It had been reported that Kalu was sentenced to 12 years in prison over 7.16 billion naira fraud by a federal high court sitting in Lagos on December the 5th. Justice Mohammed Idris had convicted Kalu on a 39 count of 7.2 billion naira fraud and money laundering preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. However, on Friday, the Supreme Court gave a fresh order stopping the judgment. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court will reassign the case for a fresh trial. Justice Amina Ujei, who led a 7-man panel of justices, held that the trial Justice Mohammed Liman of the Federal High Court in Lagos acted without jurisdiction. So this is now Nnamdi Kanu taking a position on Orji Kalu. So I am quite surprised actually that Nnamdi Kanu would favor this guy being released. I can align with his logic because I too feel that all of the systems in Nigeria is weighed completely against the Southerners, and the only people that you'd ever hear go to jail in this Buhari administration will always be a Southerner, and all of the lootings of course are done by the Northerners. Kyari, Atiku, Babangida, all the rest of them, Abacha were still recovering his money, and were only recovering his money because the Obasanjo regime started that process, and Malam Buhari, of course, told us before he became president that Abacha never stole a penny. So it is skewed and lopsided, as Nnamdi Kanu said. But then, of course, this guy is still a criminal, and the money that is stole still belongs to the people of Abia State. And I was rather expecting that Nnamdi Kanu would weigh more in the direction or in empathy with the people of Abia State than an elite looter. Conversations in the comment section. The Capo de la One of the Igbo people has spoken. Now what says you? Come share thoughts. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns grey. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me if you agree with Nnamdi Kanu's positioning on this matter in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.